What's up, Mets fans? Welcome back to Talking Mets and Rob. How is everybody doing? Just about 2 weeks ago, the New York Mets have offered Pete Alonso 3 years for $90 million, $30 million AAV per year. And not too long ago, about 4 or 5 days ago, about a week ago, Pete Alonso and his group sent the Mets an exclusive offer of a short-term deal, 3 years. We don't know the exact dollar amount, but was offered exclusively to the New York Mets. And now reports are coming out that the Mets believe that Pete Alonso will not be playing with the New York Mets in 2025. That has just been reported by multiple sources, and the Mets might be moving on from Pete Alonso. So we got to talk about where is the possibilities. Is it possible that the Mets are going to go after Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in a trade? Are they going to do internal options where they would move Vientos to first base, use a Mauricio at third base, or another internal option at third base, or will they go after Alex Bregman to fill that third base spot? That is something that the Pete Alonso situation, and if the Mets aren't bringing back Pete Alonso, then they just got to move on. And either if Met fans like it or not, it has to be an end game here. And I reported yesterday that the Mets gave Pete Alonso basically a date to say, listen, we got to know by then because we have to pivot. We have to move on. So the very latest right now when it comes to Pete Alonso, the Mets believe that Pete Alonso will not be back for the 2025 season and obviously probably beyond. And the Mets are going to be looking for a new first baseman or using an internal option like moving Mark Vientos to first base and doing something at third base. Could it be internally with like a Ronnie Mauricio? Could it be signing Alex Bregman? Could it be a trade for Nolan Arenado? I know that don't get people excited, but that's an option as well. The New York Mets have multiple options at this point to pivot to. Do they sign Anthony Santander, put him at first base? That is also another option where Anthony Santander is willing to take a short-term deal. Maybe the Mets are eyeing that as well, and you can still keep Vientos at third base. So as of right now, the New York Mets and Pete Alonso, it seems like they're out. And Pete Alonso is not coming back to the New York Mets. So that is the official report at the moment that Pete Alonso and the Mets, officially, the Mets don't believe that Pete Alonso is coming back. So the Mets have not pivoted to that from their 3 years, $90 million that they put on the table about a week and a half ago. And the Mets seem like they're not even thinking about the exclusive offer that Pete Alonso and Scott Boras gave to the New York Mets to work out a deal. So it looks like all is lost. They can always go back to the table and talk if they both want to. It seems like the Mets aren't willing to negotiate off their offer. And Pete Alonso kind of was kind of falling back to the Mets, but the Mets seem like they are very confident in their offer. They feel like it's a fair offer to 3 years for $90 million, $30 million per. And Pete Alonso probably, again, we don't know the exact offer that Pete Alonso is asking for. Could it be $40 million a year, right? I don't think the Mets are, leaving the table in negotiations for $3 or $4 million. So it has to be a significant AAV per year. It could be $40 to $45 million per year. I know that's astronomical number. That's a crazy number. But Pete Alonso, with the short-term deal, probably wants a heck of a lot more money, even though he would be the highest AAV as a first baseman, even if he takes the 3 years for 90 the Mets offered him. But right now, the Mets believe that Pete Alonso is not coming back for the 2025 season. So that is the very latest right now on the Pete Alonso and the New York Mets front. Let's see what the Mets do if they actually pivot from Pete Alonso. Is it Vlad Jr.? Is it Vientos going to first base? Isn't it Anthony Santander signing to put at first base? But if the Mets do the internal options, put Mauricio at third, put Vientos at first, I'm not necessarily happy with internal options. I think you need better players and not question marks going into the 2025 season. I want to thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think about the Mets and Alonso possibly not coming to an agreement and both moving on, and Pete Alonso will not be a New York Met. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think and what do you think the Mets should do. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, Met fans, Let's go, Mets.
Mets saga, forever stand tall. Rivals smear, but we push on through. Every heartbeat bleeds, orange and blue.